Good morning, everyone. I hope you're all doing well. I wanted to pop on this morning because I was just in a class and we were giving a reading, and anxiety seems to be the trend lately. And the guides wanted to bring through a message about anxiety. So my eyes are actually starting to tear up because I feel a lot of emotion with it. So I'm asking them to step back a bit because it's a bit overwhelming. So I get butterflies before I give readings, especially, whether I know you or not. I mean, I've read my mom so many times and I talk to her multiple times a day. I'm so comfortable and I know she's not judging me. I know mom isn't judging me, so it's comfortable for me to sit there and be like, do you understand this? So all these off-the-wall things that plop in my mind and all that, I feel comfortable being able to tell my mom, in which they are always things that she understands that make sense. So it's not supposed to make sense to me. It's supposed to make sense to you, the one that I'm giving the reading for. So anxiety. So prior to reading for this person today, this beautiful individual, I just felt, I don't want to say sick, but I get such butterflies in my stomach. So, because the more information and detailed information we get, it's like, is this even going to make sense? What does boxing mean? What does king mean? What is like all this other stuff that's coming through? What could this possibly mean? But again, it's not meant for me. It's meant for you. So in this case, I was seeing, so this is more about like story time really, and then we'll get into more anxiety. So I was getting a visual of a chair. And I didn't say it. So there are a couple things. I didn't say king. I didn't say, I saw this darkness that was over here to my left, which means past. And I didn't know how to word that. And I was too nervous and anxious to go into myself to ask the guides what that was. And I saw a king step forward and I couldn't get any information. But at the end, this man was talking who we were reading, and he comes, king is a family name. That's why a king stepped forward. So a lot of times I might see pennies and say pennies, and sometimes I'll say, is it pennies from heaven? And I'll get a pull to know, but the person will say, my mom's name is Penny, or something like that. Or I saw a blue jay, or her name was Jay, or went by Jay, or something. The chair that I saw, he would sit, he works with people who are very ill, and a lot of times they'll ask, the emotion's coming up, so I'm asking them to step back. He's such a beautiful soul. I'm just going to wind up crying. He sits with people as they're passing. They're asking them, can you please sit with me? So the chair that I saw was validating that he sits with them as they're passing. And then the darkness that I saw was the darkness of his past. So he says, I was a bad boy. I was involved in all these dark things. And that came up where I could see how his past doesn't define him. Look where he came from. Look who he is now. So it was just about, I'm learning to trust myself more. And I'm learning and understanding that anxiety is actually a superpower. Now, let me explain this. So today, my teacher had said, if you don't get butterflies, then don't do this anymore. So it's like, okay, so I'm going to have to suck it up and deal with the butterflies, because it's not comfortable, right, to be nervous. I want to just get out there and just own it and know I'm good. But I get butterflies because I want to make sure that I am giving you the best reading, that I am teaching you the best way possible for your soul to understand and receive it, for your soul to receive these activations. So I get butterflies because I want to be good. I want to be amazing for you. But the anxiety that I get when I'm getting these random things and this random information that comes forward, that's when it dives really deep into the validating evidence. And the more detailed I get, the more anxious I get because it doesn't make sense to me. But I'm learning and understanding that when I'm getting that anxiety, this just happened today. So my guides are telling me when I get more anxiety, own it and be comfortable in that discomfort, because that means more is coming forward that's beneficial for the sitter, the person that I'm working with. So I wanted to explain that for those that are on the spiritual path, but also for those that get anxiety. So let me channel more information that's coming through. I'm actually seeing a light coming. You know how if you stare at something, like I'm staring at myself right now in the video, and you close your eyes and you get an after image. So I see the after image of myself, but I see these two lines and they're going straight up. So that's interesting. That's a channeling energy. So I'm seeing my energy, the connection with the higher realms. That's just really cool. So just notice for those that are on this journey of your gifts are opening, you're learning how to use your gifts, maybe different things that you see. I'm a talker. I like to talk through everything. So you might say, oh my gosh, I get that. I understand that. So I'm actually seeing the connection to the higher realms. It's like this funnel that starts at my head. I can see it. It's actually starting up as far as I can see and coming down right here, because now as I look at myself, it's gone. I only see the image of myself in the phone is what I can see in my mind's eye, but I saw this funnel of energy coming out, coming down from the higher realms. But we always look at, oh, I have such anxiety. Oh, I have anxiety. So we are stereotyping the emotion and the feeling of anxiety. Now I'm going to cry. Because what if it's a superpower? Think about that. Okay, let me suck it in, suck it in, suck it in. Suck it in. What if anxiety is a superpower? When I was opening to these gifts, I was very anxious. Spiritual gifts can cause a sensation of anxiety because you're feeling spirits, you're feeling guides, and you're feeling yourself. And it's your body's going like this and your whole body is vibrating and shaking. We are frequency beings. We are energy having a physical experience. So we never die. We are energy. And right now this energy is in this body. But my energy is not in the body. We have the aura, right? And it stretches all the way down into the earth and all the way up. And it's about acknowledging and feeling your expansiveness, if that makes sense. Woo. So, does that make sense? Let me know if that makes sense. So the guides are actually saying it's when you realize that you are an energetic being, that you're just having this physical reality in this moment of time, but being able, and that's what when you are in this, when you are having this experience of opening up your gifts, it is about, I talk about the soul star chakra, going into your heart space, connecting with the earth, with your earth star chakra. It's not allowing ourselves to push our energy. It's finally us being aware of how expansive our energy is. Does that make sense? So it's the awareness of, oh my gosh, look at how wide my aura can go. And then when I connect to the higher realms, I feel so much up here. And it's not, oh, I need to reach out there. I'm already out there. It's finally my awareness knowing that I am connected to those higher realms. It is my awareness knowing that my energy field is all the way down deep into the earth. So I am now aware of the frequency and how big my energy is. Does that make sense? So it's not about, I need to stretch this out. Nope, it's about knowing that you are this expansive energy and then connecting to that awareness. And it happens over time. It's not like you go from kindergarten to college. We have to go through a process. Some people are like, wha-bam, and they're in it. And other people, like I'll have wha-bam moments, and then it's like a gradual learning, and then wha-bam, and then gradual learning. That's just how my guides do it for me. We are all different in that. So I hope all of this is making sense. Please drop questions and stuff down below. But okay, so talking about anxiety. Anxiety is what we also feel when we are moving outside of our comfort zone. So if you're not confident in yourself and you have to give a speech or all eyes are on you, then our anxiety really goes, because it's our ego saying you can't do this and holding you back. This is about allowing your intuition and your soul to speak forward. And when you have this feeling of anxiety, bring it in your body. Don't push it away. We want to run away from the anxiety. If anxiety is over here, we're hauling it down that way, right? Because we don't want to feel it. It's uncomfortable. But what if we bring it into our being? So when I bring in, if I sit here for a moment and I ask where my anxiety is, my anxiety, I'm checking in different places. My anxiety is in my heart space, because I care so much about people, and I never want to offend anyone. I really want to help them at such a deep soul level and help. My hope is that once I work with someone, that you just have this new outlook on life, that you see things differently, and you are more in tune with yourself, and you feel more empowered. And that's what I hope to bring forward for people. So my anxiety resonates in my heart space. So all I did was bring it in and say, where are you in my body? Where am I holding on to this anxiety in this moment? Because it can change. Sometimes, because when I closed my eyes, I had two different places, but they wanted me to talk about the heart space first, they meaning my guides. But I saw energy sitting right here. So when I mean see, I saw the after image of myself, and there was like this misty energy that was right here. Okay, now I see it again. It's bringing it back into my view. It's right here. It's kind of going over my eyes, over my right eye, and like floating out to here. Now it's gone. So those of you that see, I'm hoping that you recognize and notice all of these little things, because these little things you think are little are actually huge. So if you're on this journey, on this path, I hope this assists you in recognizing and learning to understand and interpret things for yourself as to how you receive this information. Whether you are claircognizant, you're a seer, you're clairsentient, a feeler, a clairaudient, hearer, or clairvoyant. Seeing, knowing, claircognizant. That's the one I missed. A knower. But when I saw the energy here, floating over here, that's anxiety that I have in my head. I want to do better. I should have gotten that. I should have gotten this validation. I should have done this. And then I ask myself, why? Why am I feeling that? Because I want to do my best for you. And there's nothing wrong with that. So this anxiety that I'm feeling, if you sit with it, don't run from it, sit with it. Woof, this is powerful. I never realized this. This is why it's so amazing to channel, because it's like this huge aha moment. And the guides are saying, this is how you work with anxiety. You don't run from it. You don't look the other way. Where is it? Sit with it for a moment. You're safe. Knowing I am safe in this moment right now. It is the anxiety that I'm feeling that is causing this. Calling in your guides, feeling connected with the earth. Breathe, feel into your body. Feel into your body. Put your hand, and they're showing the hands, something with the hands. feeling into your body. And it's like I'm going like this, so my nails are, I'm not digging into my skin, but so I can feel into my body. Does that make sense? So they're telling me to feel into my body when I feel anxiety. So doing my hands like this to feel, I'm feeling my nails, I'm feeling into my hands. Maybe you want to hold yourself and kind of pinch just a little bit so you feel that hug, that you feel that secure. But it's about feeling into your body and then asking, where am I holding this anxiety? You might know it. You might just get head. You might just get stomach, that type of thing. And then ask, why? Why am I holding it? Why am I holding this anxiety here? So in my case, when I first saw the heart, it's because I give so much and I love with my whole heart. Tears again. What is it with the tears? Oh my goodness. Very emotional today. But I'm so passionate about what I do. And my biggest thing is, I hope they love the reading. I hope it really resonated with them. I hope it truly helped them. And that's okay, because again, what my teacher was saying is, if you don't get the butterflies, don't bother doing this anymore, because you care so much. You're feeling that. So I care so much. It's okay for me to feel that. So then I have to talk myself through it. Kristen, you did an amazing job. I know that what my guides are telling me, what your guides are telling me, is what you needed to hear at that moment in time for your reading, for your session. So, and then also when I saw in my head, it's my mind going in circles, because when I was sitting and I was giving this reading this morning, I had so many things from different directions, and I knew, okay, let me sit for a moment and ask them to do one at a time. But when I asked the guides to show me things one at a time so I'm not bombarded with information, I started to get anxious because I was starting to get detailed information and I had to speak it. What if I'm wrong? That's the anxiety that's in my head. What if you're wrong? That's ego. What if you're wrong? That's anxiety of the ego. So where is the anxiety from? Own it. It is a superpower. It's there to teach us. These emotions are here to teach us. We're here to learn. We are spiritual beings having a physical experience at this time. We are here to learn. What is it to learn? We feel. We get our heart broken. We love deeply. We're learning things. We're expanding our mind and expanding our consciousness. So I hope that this video, that you understand it, because I know I kind of go in different directions, but I thought it was so powerful. And I feel so relieved now, because the guys are saying, don't run from the anxiety. Own it. Breathe. Feel into your body. When you have that emotion, know that you're safe. Know that you're in control, and that you are so supported and loved. But also, where am I holding this anxiety? What do you feel? Maybe you see a heart. Maybe you see your stomach. Maybe it's a color, and the colors correspond to the chakras in the body. Maybe you know, maybe you're just told head. Like me, I saw an after image, and I was brought to the heart space and I could see my heart glowing. So I went there first. And then when I closed my eyes again, I could see the energy over here, which means the anxiety, they're telling me it's in my head space, which makes total sense, because I'm getting detailed information and I'm second guessing myself and I don't say things. And we're supposed to give what we get. And there's nothing wrong with anxiety. This is a superpower. Where is it? Where are you holding on to it? Why? Why am I holding on to it? What are you going through right now? If it's in the heart space, it's you're feeling that anxiety. Maybe you're anxious you have anxiety because you don't want to be hurt. You have anxiety up here because you have things in your mind and you're afraid that they're wrong. So the guys now are saying students have this a lot, because what if you're wrong? What if I don't understand this? What if I'm the dumbest one in the class? No. we all learn differently. So there was a meme that I saw, and it was, okay, and it was like a teacher thing, because we put all the kids in this box and say, okay, take this test, and then we're gonna, grade you on it. And it was, it was a fish in a fish bowl. It was a monkey. It was a frog, and it was a chicken or something like that. And it's like, okay, climb that tree, and obviously, so we all learn at a different pace, and we are all unique in our own way. So we can't all be put into this one bubble, right? So it's the same thing spiritually and energetically. I think I'm actually going to wind up posting this on my personal page as well, and not just my Infinite Heart and Soul page, because I feel a lot more people need to see this, which makes me anxious because I'm putting myself outside of my spiritual bubble. So and that's okay, because I'm holding on to that in my heart space right now. So I'm where am I holding on to this anxiety? It comes into my heart space, because it's putting myself out there. And now I feel the anxiety in both places. I think that's where I hold a lot of it when I get anxiety, is it comes into my heart space, because I love so much and I believe in this so much. What if someone else doesn't believe in me? What if somebody else has difference of opinion? What if they butt heads with me? All that kind of stuff. And that goes back to the bullying that I had many years ago. And it still comes up, but it's how I deal with it now, how I navigate it with it now, right? So it's okay that people have differences of opinion. You don't have to watch this video. So it's a thing now where people will watch a video and have to have an opinion and put something on the bottom. It's like, you could just move on and say, oh, that doesn't resonate with me, and move on. But a lot of people are like, no, this is wrong, and everyone has to put in their 2 cents type of thing. And that's what I fear, but it's okay. So if someone has something to say that's negative, it's okay as well, because it's we don't have to have the same opinion, right? Everyone is on their own journey. That's why we are all one. We are all this energetic beings, and we are all connected, but we're having individual experiences right now, which means we have our own lessons and our own paths to go on, right? So I hope this helps. Please drop any questions or thoughts. If you found this helpful, please drop it below. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day. Bye.